Here's the deal. Over the course of the last several months, the NBA 2K community has allegedly been scammed out of an amount up to $200,000. NBA 2K is massively popular online, and according to allegations from multiple community members, that popularity may have been used to exploit people for money. Alright guys, if you have an idea for a story that you'd love to see covered on this channel, why don't you subscribe, ring the notification bell, and let us know in the comments down below. We're always looking for interesting stories from across esports and gaming. Alright, back to 2K. Okay, so let me take you back to where this all started. There are a lot of ways to play NBA 2K, and one that's gained popularity is wager matches, where people put up money on a game. But wagers aren't really the issue here. When some community members came forward claiming that they were owed wager money from a content creator called Step Back Rack, others started to investigate. Rack had apparently been around the Australia-New Zealand 2K scene since late NBA 2K20. But when the complaints started, content creator Ticino decided to dig deeper. According to multiple alleged victims, the missing wager money may just be the start. Estimates by Ticino note that the community may have been scammed out of up to $200,000 between the missing wager money, but also a scam to flip short-term money for huge profits. Let me explain to you exactly how this scamming was taking place. Alleged victims were told that the money was being used by another person, Calvin Bai, to gamble and create returns, but that the transfers would look suspicious to Bai's wife if they came from Rack's account. The allegations paint a picture that looks like classic Ponzi scheme or potentially pyramid scheme territory. You pay out some early investors to build confidence, but then you get bigger and bigger sums, which you keep, completely offsetting those initial losses. With that in mind, on September 20th, many people came forward with experiences that resembled this kind of scam. One user, named It's Packboy, claimed that he had been scammed by Rack, and posted a ton of screenshots that appeared to show a discussion about the alleged scheme between himself and another 2K community member called Range, or Eric Lim. The discussions are about returns on money that was allegedly being lended to Rack, who also used the name Ben. It's Packboy said that he trusted Range because he was a member of the Australia-New Zealand 2K community. What we see in screenshots is that Range appeared to be the one coordinating the money. In the receipts, he asked for money up front, promising quick returns. After a couple such transactions, the pressure for bigger money escalates. It's Packboy's screenshots include receipts of him sending $3,000 to an account owned by someone named Calvin Bai, but with Step Back Rack 2K as the subject. A later message from Range appears to show him pressuring people who were lending money not to back out on future opportunities. After sending the money, the receipts show a long series of promises, excuses, and delays that led nowhere. He refers to Rack as Ben, and he was seemingly using that name throughout this entire situation, as this screenshot from It's Packboy shows. Another user, Squoogs, alleged that not only did Range scam him, he did it after Squoogs actually sheltered Range in his home when he was kicked out by his family. Even worse, Squoog estimates that the amount scammed from the community was actually upwards of $300,000. But others have come forward with accusations against Rack, including one who wasn't even involved in 2K. So after the accusations, Rack dropped off the face of the planet. 2K community members who were looking for him found a Facebook post with a comment from someone called Danny Saleh. It accused Rack of withholding money. Danny Saleh went to school with Rack, who he knows by the name Quentin Yap. I spoke with him about his experiences, which took place 5 years ago before any of the 2K allegations started. According to Saleh, when he posted about an upcoming trip to Australia from his home of Malaysia, Yap responded and offered to hang out so they could catch up. But when they met up, Yap pitched him on investing in his business. He also showed him his expensive car, a Mercedes-Benz. For investing in his business, a condiment shop that imported goods from Asia, Saleh said Yap offered him a 40% return on 3,000 Australian dollars over a year, which is a lot. and apparently said that even greater amounts could net greater returns. The discussions were initially verbal, but Saleh says that Yap started texting him about it and eventually sent him a contract. Saleh's wife was skeptical, but he was enticed by the possibility for greater returns on larger amounts, and he says he actually sent 15,000.
The contract stated 6,000, but okay, I signed it, I sent it back to him, but he didn't send it back to me. But he said that his scanner had some issue or something like that. He never signed it. I was stupid.
Once it was time to see some returns, Saleh says that he checked back with Yap as agreed. But he says Yap told him that there was a problem with the international bank transfer, a problem that he could expedite if Saleh could send him some more money.
So I was dumb enough to transfer him another 3,000. Not transfer to him, transfer to his friend in Malaysia. He gave me a Malaysia bank account.
I think you know where this is going, but the transfer didn't help speed things up. Saleh ran up against a different excuse every time.
It went on about 3 months. He kept on saying that his bank has issues or he's busy at work. He can't go to the bank right now. There's always an excuse every single day. I asked him, bro, are you scamming me? So I got really, really angry because I really needed to use the money that time. And he just, his last text to me was like, fuck you, fuck off. I don't want to hear from you anymore. That's it.
Saleh says he asked a friend in Australia to check up on Yap at his address. But when they arrived, they were told that there was no proof that Yap owed anything. And based on the emailed contract, which Yap may never have signed, he might be right. But while Saleh says he eventually gave up on trying to get his money back, it had a profound impact on his life.
For the past 4 years, it kind of like haunted me. I couldn't really sleep. I was depressed. I was angry literally all the time. Up until early this year, after I went, my wife said, please let go of everything because I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of you being angry. I'm tired of you acting off. Because I'm always angry. I could have used that money for something else, a lot of things.
Though Saleh had given up hope, he was actually dragged back into the situation by 2K community members who were trying to figure out what happened with Rack. And what Saleh told them sounded eerily familiar. Big returns promised on short-term money. Like I said, the allegations from both Saleh and 2K community members like It's Packboy seem to point to a scam called a Ponzi scheme. The scheme uses some way to build confidence with potential targets. Screenshots seem to suggest that early investors actually got the returns they were promised, which helps to spread the word that the scheme is legit. But as amounts increase, the delays and excuses start, and the pressure mounts to keep people invested. Eventually, the money doesn't come back, and investors are out way more than they made initially. This screenshot from It's Packboy appears to show Range threatening to cut off people who only go in for big returns or who decide to drop out completely. This message is packed with other warning signs, like congratulating people who don't rely on returns from previous money to invest more right now. But having said that, I'm not going to blame the victims. Were there warning signs? Definitely. But some of these people were probably minors, and even still, if proven, a Ponzi scheme is illegal and would be prosecuted in a court as fraud. And listen, if you're sitting at home thinking, well, these people fell for it and don't they kind of deserve it? I can't say that I agree. What these people are alleging is still illegal, even if some people made some bad decisions. With the unsigned contract that Saleh has, and the lack of legal documentation for the 2K community members who put money in, it might be difficult for them to find justice or even a way to pursue it. Rack, or Quentin Yap, has seemingly disappeared, and Range isn't saying anything about the situation. Neither responded to a request for comment for this story. This water bottle is an HGC water bottle. Yeah, obviously Heroes of the Storm, rest in peace. The top of this water bottle like broke off a long time ago, and now I'm just like, it has no top. So if you, it just pours out, like watch. Easy, see, like there's no top. I can pour water on the carpet if I want to. To summarize, I can do what I want in here, and nobody can stop me, except Akuma. Yeah, he can. Akuma does have some say as to like what happens down here. For the most part, it's just me and the cat. But yeah, sometimes Akuma chimes in. You know, he's a little bit gruff and he's not super sociable, but yeah, it's pretty good.